The downfall of luxury is here. As I've said all year, people aren't playing the game anymore.
I would just say like this is something that has been coming. If you've been paying attention to the news, and what's happening with fashion and the luxury market, you kind of expect this to happen because I've said like, what's happening with fashion brands with, all these creative directors who are men who are just putting out products of some fantasized version of what women want. And they don't understand like women who are buying clothes, they don't want that crap. They don't want things on the runway. They want actually clothes that they can wear for their everyday lifestyle, especially like when you're paying a shitload of money for clothes. I know like I talk about, pricing and stuff like that. I explain everything in the costing structure. And it's very funny that I am explaining things that are mid tier, like fair pricing. I talk about J. Crew, I talk about Banana Republic, I talk about Reese. Like, affordable brands for a regular person who's making, like regular salary. But, the idea that when I talk about mid-tier fashion brands and their pricing and fee structure, people always equate it like I'm defending luxury brands. I'm boggled because I don't know. I made a video recently about a dress that costs $195. In the comment section equating that to like luxury brands, this and luxury brand that. I don't know any luxury brands that is charging $195 for a dress. If you are able to find the luxury brands, the high end luxury brands that are charging $195, please, leave a comment, tag me in those videos. I want to know, I want to learn because as far as I know, working in the fashion industry and doing pricing, all this stuff, I have never come across, pricing a dress for $195 for these luxury brands. So that being said, is that I stitched this video, and the person who I stitched with, I knew what was gonna happen. As soon as I posted a video, she unfollowed me. Someone tagged her in one of my other videos, and then she said that, oh my god, she was amazed that, like she wanted to learn about fashion. But when I make fashion content that does not validate her point of view of paying $75 for a dress that is $195, I knew she would react the way she did. Which is again like proving that a lot of people who talk about sustainability, who talk about ethical practices in fashion, they're only giving lip service. They're only equating like sustainability in relation to polyester. Like do not use polyester, and that was just solve the whole conversation of sustainability. And she doesn't get like it's about your shopping habits, your hyper consumerism habits, your own consumption of fashion. We are coming through like Black Friday season. We're coming through like holiday sales. So hyper consumerism is very active right now. And my concern is how much of that shit is going to go end up in landfill. And the thing that people don't equate, and especially Americans, like Americans are the biggest consumers of fashion, but Americans are also the biggest consumers of cheap fashion. They don't understand the value because they have accessibility, and when you have accessibility to something, you take it for granted. So that there was a saying, I think last year or 2 years ago, that says, America is just like bad fashion with a Gucci belt or something like that. And really it is, as much as you don't want to hear it, like I have to say it because that's exactly how I see it. Because my comment section just validates and just points out like this is true coming from the younger generation of like the millennials and the Gen Zs and maybe Gen Alpha. Because again, there's two and a half generations of consumers who grew up with just the existence of fast fashion. They don't realize that there was a time that fast fashion did not exist. So you actually have to pay fair pricing for clothes. Um, and the fact that like, someone who's like me, who is 52 years old, that's telling you like, no, that's not right, because just like you want to get you like millennials and Gen Z and Gen Alphas, you want to get your six-figure salary, but then you also do not want people who are sewing the clothes for you to make a livable wage. which is kind of very funny to me because it's the irony is not lost on me. And this is like the whole thing that I get a lot of in my comment section. So in the, again, like in the conversation of sustainability, a lot of people who see my content, they only care about it in a way that they provide lip service, that they care about making brands not use polyester. They don't care that they are actually the villains in this because they're so concerned about vilifying the fashion brands. Those fashion brands will not exist if you did not have your shopping habits. You know, like I said, you have to take a good hard look in the mirror at yourself to see how your shopping habit is. And I keep saying in my channel, like, buy less, buy high quality, wear it longer, wear it more. You don't have to wear a fucking new outfit every fucking single day. That is not sustainability. And those fucking wardrobe haul videos that you guys consume, and it's targeted to millennials and it's targeted to Gen Z and Gen Alpha, whatever it is, it's not like for old farts like me. I can tell you that because old farts like me, we know the value of money. And plus, we have a closet full of clothes that we actually enjoy wearing. I have said multiple times, like, I've had things that are 20 years old. I have things that are 10 years old, 8 years old. Like, I would say that since COVID, since the lockdown, maybe I bought like 6 articles of clothing, in these last 3 years because I have enough, and I always shop my closet first. If I'm gonna go shop something, I really have to think like I don't have it, I must need it, like because I have good quality clothes. Clothes that were made 20 years ago, it's a lot better in quality. The workmanship is a lot better than any kind of shit that I would find out there unless I'm willing to pay, a lot of money for it. And there was a comment that also, I want to say this, like there was a comment that says, that $195 dress that I was talking about, someone commented that it was an arm and a leg. And I don't know, when an arm and a leg costs $195 because if that was the case, then sure, like, uh, whatever. But I just know that an arm and a leg would be something like from Hermes. Hermes has a coat like for $40,000. That to me is an arm and a leg, literally an arm and a leg for like $40,000. Just because like I have just been going through a sickness, so I know that what medical expenses cost. So yeah, like I equate it to if it's like $20,000, $40,000, then that to me is an arm and leg. So I guess it's subjective. If you think an arm and leg costs $195, who am I to say no? But I just think like realistically, again, like that's not an arm and leg to me. But anyway, yeah. So I don't. So going back to the original point is that the talking about Burberry and all these luxury brands suffering and in a decline is because 10, 15 years ago, the luxury market has moved to Asia, right? So there's a boom in the economy in Asia, especially in China. So a lot more people are buying into luxury goods. And if you understand the culture of China, then you understand why there is like hyper consumerism of luxury goods in China. But because of what's happening right now, like I think China's going through like a recession and also the workforce. So there's a decline in how people are consuming luxury goods and not the fashion because just to be clear, the luxury brands are supplementing the fashion, which is the runway shows, clothes from the runway, with the luxury goods, like perfume, handbags, shoes, whatever item that's not the clothing itself, that is what is the bread and butter for all these brands. And I think that with quality issues like with Chanel, I think that also people kind of fed up, especially like Chinese people. If you're not giving them quality, they know what it is because they are the people who are manufacturing the clothes or the accessories or whatever. So yeah. So go to my site, jodyjan.com, and book a session with me today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to follow my YouTube channel for personal style tips and fashion industry hot takes.